I'm Ed Kavalee and welcome to TV Burp. Tonight, cyclist hit by red javelin on Australia's perfect couple.
All right, Gemma and Rat.
Friendly sergeant on Bad Lads Army. And world's most obedient dog on Taboo Pets.
As animals are members of the
Stay.
family, some of
Stay.
the laws are not as well.
Good dog. And tonight, City Homicide, Rush, Idol, and many more. So much television, so little time. This is TV Burp. Good evening. You know, I've always had trouble remembering the names of the 7 dwarves. Let's see, there was Dopey, Grumpy, Sleepy, Bashful. Who were the other 3?
Sloppy, vindictive, and unprofessional.
Yes, that's right, of course. This was Neighbours, where Toadie had just finished his 15th cup of coffee.
Ah, Kennedy Fitzgerald, excellent timing. It has been one hell of a week and we're having a barbie. I think we all deserve a beer. Does anyone know where Lucas is? Because I can't get in contact with him.
Maybe switch to decaf, Toadie. Also on Neighbours, I noticed a lonely glass of beer that was thinking about ending it all. Don't jump! It's almost happy hour, man. Ringo, meantime, was studying to become a paramedic, although things didn't work out too well for his first patient.
So it's just a different way of learning.
Well, look what you've done.
Yeah, and let's not forget Lucas, who was in agony because the kilt he'd started wearing was 3 sizes too small for him.
Oh. This kilt is just killing me.
Yeah. But the most troubling development down Ramsay Street was the revelation that Zeke had obsessive-compulsive disorder. I wonder what the first telltale signs are. Ah, of course, getting all your pens in order. But that's just the early stages. Things can get worse very quickly. It's getting pretty bad. Now to The Farmer Wants a Wife. And this week, the farmers organised their first date around the sort of stuff that you do living on a farm.
We're going whitewater rafting.
We're going for a little swim. We're going 10-pin bowling.
Of course. And you know what? There were some sparks flying between the farmers and the single ladies. Farmer Phil was keen on Jenny until she accidentally let rip.
Jenny.
A match. Over to our favourite daytime soap, The Bold and the Beautiful. And it's another great day for staring fans. Rick and Steffi are in an absolute perler of a stare-off. They're the best. Elsewhere on Bold, Kate was having fun.
Let's have fun. I haven't had fun in so long.
How about you stop talking?
Yeah, that'd be fun for all of us. But I tell you what, never come between Kate and a drink. She can turn. On Bold, there's a bloke called Dollar Bill. He's trying to keep himself away from the ladies, so he's had an alarm installed that goes off every time he has a naughty thought.
But there's more. What is it, Dollar Bill?
Yep, that thing's working. And I learned a lesson on Bold this week. If you're going to stand around and watch people kiss, make sure you do it subtly. Don't mind me, just standing around with my shirt off. While this was going on, Ridge was on holiday, but he was kind enough to leave a wax model in his place for the other characters to talk to.
Ridge, I'm tired. lie to you about something like that. That's not me.
Not bad, but it's no Auntie Morag.
Train the bus. Yeah, I'm gonna go check on Annie and see what's kicking Annie.
Over to Pack to the Rafters, and Ted had a bit of bad luck this week, courtesy of a cockatoo. Uh-oh. Oh, watch out, Teddy. Oh, dear. Well, that was bad enough, but poor old Rachel appeared to cop the same treatment from half a dozen cockies.
Great. I spent a fortune on this dress.
Oh, dear. Some people consider it good luck. Now, you know, one of my favourite shows in all of Tellyland is All Saints Medical Response Unit, and I thought I'd seen it all on this show until this week.
He has a foreign object stuck in his rectum.
Yeah, some poor guy had accidentally sat on his collection of Billy Joel albums, and they, you know, got stuck. Luckily, Von was on hand to help.
Yes, I'll pull out his records.
I'd wash those before you play them. Meanwhile, Frank and a female patient were seeing who could look more pregnant.
Just want to check your blood pressure, Jane.
Yeah, they're both good. Which brings us to our TV highlight of the week.
Welcome to Scrappy Challenge!
We got more TV Burp after the break. Welcome back to TV Burp, international TV now. And in New Zealand, they have their own version of 10 Years Younger in 10 Days. The makeover show where ordinary Kiwis go from looking awful to looking a little bit less awful. So, let's meet this week's subject.
Builder by day, party animal by night, Carrie Russell has lived life in the fast lane.
My philosophy to life is go hard or go home.
Yeah, this might be a little tough, and I'm not sure the 10 Years Younger team is 100% behind him.
Let's be honest, Carrie's face resembles a train wreck.
Oh, that's a bit unfair. Now everyone's having a crack.
Day 2, and cosmeticine specialist Dr. Catherine Stone has the task of filling out a face with more craters than the moon.
Oh, that's unfair. All right. So after skin treatment, a haircut, a pedicure and a wardrobe makeover, our man was off to the dentist, but he had to wait while U2's Bono had a root canal.
Good.
And then, finally, it was time to see the magic transformation.
He's learned how to dress like a Yuppie.
So, does Carrie look 10 years younger? Oh, never mind. Over on Channel 10's cop drama, Rush, Inspector Kerry Vincent was cracking down on cyclists that weren't using the bike lane. Oh, dear. Yeah, that'll teach him. Of course, it's okay. Kerry knows exactly what to say to an unconscious cyclist she's just run over.
Hey, just don't move.
Yeah, don't worry, Kerry. He ain't moving. Also on Rush, I noticed that Michael had an eye injury.
Questions? Okay, good luck.
Ah, I wonder what happened to his eye.
Welcome to Scrappy
Oh! That explains it. Which brings us to True Beauty, the reality show looking for someone with inner and outer beauty, brains and optional extra. And they have this great machine that shows you what you look like when you get older.
Let's see what happens when we put you beauties into a time machine. Next is Laura, Ray, Julia, CJ.
Wow, that super aging machine is amazing. So amazing, in fact, that I couldn't help testing it out this week. The results are incredible. For example, here's 12-year-old Callum from Neighbours, and here's Callum in 50 years' time. Here's Auntie Morag from Home and Away, and here she is a little bit older. Ah, here's Jules Lund, host of Australia's Perfect Couple, and here's Jules as an old man. And OK, I admit I couldn't resist seeing how I would look in the future. There's me, and if we just add a few years, you can see that I'm actually... Oh, hang on a second. Kerry from 10 years younger in 10 days. That's punishingly accurate. Over to the Lifestyle Channel now. And imagine you're a young man born into a life of privilege. You're rich, you're powerful, but you need to find a wife. Meet the Undercover Princes.
3 princes looking for true love.
To be a woman, that will definitely have to suit my heart.
Who can share my feelings?
Commitment, mutual understanding.
I like to watch horror films, romantic movies.
OK, so exactly how will these princes score themselves a wife?
Africa turns to the Lonely Hearts column.
I'm looking for age between 23 and at least 29. Because women are not like wine, you know, it's not like the more they age, they get better, you know. They age quickly, and so they're like milk.
Yeah! I just can't believe he's single. Meanwhile, Prince Remy, the brainy one, is looking for his lady online.
Now I'm going to put my date of birth. If I put 1980, how old is it going to be?
OK, come on, Remy. How old are you, mate? We might come back to Remy. And how about Prince Manny? How's he going?
Wow. They are these coasters with men, hunky men. Then I got some playing cards with some nude Italian men.
I think his wife's going to have to be pretty understanding. But it turns out the real smooth talker of the princely trio is Africa Zulu, who knows all the best pickup lines.
But, you know, I admire your height, you know.
My height?
Yes, you got a good, great heart, you get beautiful eyes, your personality is great, super great. Can I touch your hair?
And of course, my personal favourite.
Are those eyes real?
Ah, are those eyes real? Later, Africa Zulu went for the so bizarre it just might work pickup line.
Excuse me, would you help me? Would you just tell my aunt from home that I am dead?
Ah, works every time. Which brings us to our unfortunate surname of the week.
Unfortunate surname of the week.
First to outline her plan for victory was former publican Zoe Condon.
Unfortunate surname of the week.
Stick around, we'll see you after the break. And welcome back to TV Burp. Max Walker showing signs of being overworked on Guide to the Good Life.
Now that does something for you.
Woman still passionate about her art on collectors.
So your inspiration for this was the bottle brush?
Yes, probably.
Yeah, maybe. And Coxie examines stool sample on Coxie's big break.
I think he could have supplied an apron. This is very dangerous.
Yeah. It's home and away time. And was it just me, or did Colleen exit this scene like a Muppet?
I'll just throw together a nice fresh salad to go with it.
Doopy 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 doopy. Yeah, definitely Muppet action. Elsewhere, Irene received a phone call from a friend at a Celine Dion concert.
Nicole, love, what is it? Oh my God, how bad is she?
Awful. Now to two lovely British ladies, Trini and Susanna. They made their name with a show called What Not to Wear. But now they've gone in search of the great British body. And there have been some great British bodies, haven't there? Kate Moss, Liz Hurley, Sienna Miller.
I am an attractive young man.
I think people should celebrate and love the body that they've got, because the British body is brilliant.
I'm sorry, but who exactly wants to watch this program?
The Queen, perhaps?
Of course, the Queen. Your Majesty, may I present your loyal subjects? Oh, God.
Hooray for the great British body!
Yeah. And hooray that I didn't eat before I watched this show. To the 7 p.m. project, and Charlie looked like he was a little distracted by something.
Now, there was an amazing story of heroism today, an issue
Sorry. No, an issue that...
What's he looking at? Oh. Well, can be very distracting. Can you blame him? I was flicking around the other day and I found some really cool old telly. The 70s cop show Starsky and Hutch. And man, have things changed. Back then, police uniforms were a lot more casual. And you know, looking back, I didn't realise Starsky was such a gorilla. They're always helping each other out, these guys. In this episode, Hutch made sure that Starsky still had his nipples. One there, and one there. We can always tell who the baddie is from the start, because he's the one getting all the really weird close-ups.
Green. Ah, you son.
From old cops to new cops. And on this week's City Homicide, a superintendent from another division dropped by to do his impersonation of a dog.
Stanley, you know Detective Superintendent Beck from Serious Crime? Wolf.
Woof? He just couldn't stop doing it.
Wolf.
Woof. Then Detective Matt Ryan explained to his colleagues why he's going in for cosmetic surgery.
I'd like to have another crack.
Is that wise? I mean, having 2 cracks is just going to make it uncomfortable when you sit down to interview someone, isn't it? And City Homicide's exciting, but if you want gripping telly, then morning TV is the place for you. 9 a.m. with David and Kim. And that David, he loves his cooking, which means it's time for our magic morning moment.
Magic morning moment.
And concentrate on the rest of it, that's fine. Okay, so we've got to get this quite a thick...
It's really thick, and it's to hold the custard.
We'll see you for more Burp right after the break. And welcome back to TV Burp. Crime and Punishment is a new doco-series all about the history of law in England. It's pretty complicated stuff, so host Tony Robinson helped us out by drawing a map on the beach.
They were pretty civilised, really. Most of them were farmers and settlers and traders.
Hold on a second. Is he drawing what I think he's drawing?
All the way down the east coast.
Hang on, is that meant... No, surely not. I mean, it's not one of those until you...
Danelaw at its greatest extent. There's Scotland there.
Yeah. It's one of those. Tony Robinson also hosts Time Team. I can't get enough of Time Team, and it's archaeologists digging around in the dirt. Although this week I was afraid they were about to go digging somewhere else. Where are you going? Hang on a second. What are you looking for? Get out of it. Yes, archaeologists are a little bit nerdy, and it doesn't help if you've got a bit of a nerdy name.
So the site's starting sometime around 11.
It's Helen Geek.
Still...
Now, being a Time Team fan, I've noticed that these guys usually operate best when they're not wearing any clothes.
What do you do? Just do more?
We need to do more.
Yeah.
OK, we'll do another strip and we'll have another look.
Keep it on. Archaeology can be quite expensive, but luckily the Time Team have got a little sideline going to raise some extra cash.
450 grams.
They know which bit of the site produced each bag of pot.
What? But I'll leave the final word on Time Team this week to a horse that can count.
It will to you.
Exactly right. 1, 2, 3.
Let's move on to Australian Idol. And so far, the auditions have had everything. Performers with amazing voices.
The night is almost over. She got wild. Na 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 na.
Yeah. Performers who are in touch with their sexuality.
I want sexual healing. Sexual healing.
And performers from Neighbours.
There's a mutt, a weak caught pig. There are undulating alligators snapping at your feet.
And every year on Idol, there are hard luck stories, like Christy Pascoe.
We'll give it a shot. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer.
Yeah, Christy's a real rock chick whose performance left the judges speechless.
I'm actually quite popular. And even my fiancé, he reckons that I'm a total rock chick kind of girl, so yeah.
All right, well, and then Kyle gave her a serve.
I don't know how blind the people are in this karaoke bar you're at, but they must be on the booze, something chronic.
Yeah, they didn't give her a fair go on Australian Idol. But we're ready to give her a fair go on TV Burp because we know talent when we see it. Ladies and gentlemen, to sing us out tonight with Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer, would you please welcome Christy Pascoe?
We gotta hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got